Sharp calls, where Simon tells us what professional bettors called him about based on our show earlier in the week. Simon, sharp calls.
Yeah, and a lot of people are hoping it's like last week where I'm getting some big bets. I get big bets from different groups every week. It's just certain groups where those are the ones that make you pause because it's obviously a key position. So none of those this week. I mean, I got a couple of games we were about to talk about where, these groups have hit big, but nothing compared to what that was last week. So that was just one of those like I really had to take a position because again, we talked about Miami, and then obviously I learned quickly we were stepping in it. This week, the biggest one that I think me and you are going to disagree with them on is they like the Bills. A bunch of different smart groups have come in on the Bills. They love the number. They think the 2.5 is a great number. They still like them at 3. It's split though, where I know a couple other pros taking a position on Mahomes, but it's not to the extreme of guys taking real money and putting on the Bills right now. So if you're trying to figure out what side the professionals are on, I would say they feel better about the Bills. Or I don't know how Chad feels. I still feel like the Chiefs are going to be the right side to take. Like we'll break it down, but
well, let me just I'll quickly give my opinion on this and we will break it down. But it feels like if we're just looking at these two teams if we're just looking at the number and not the teams, you're automatically playing the home underdog, but we'll dig deeper. What's your next one?
Yes, at the most caveman level, Chad is spot on. We would definitely blindly would just take a home dog. The next big one, I thought was no surprise because we had touched on it. The Saints. I knew the pros were going to love the Saints in this position. It's just basically we think something's wrong with that Cincy offense. We think whatever is going on with Zach Taylor and Joe Burrow just is not gelling right now. And a Saints team again with Hill back there with Andy Dalton, they just feel like they know exactly what they are. And you saw this week, they're getting guys back. I mean, Michael Thomas is back practicing. That's big for them, getting him back. He's obviously still does what he does. You watched him earlier in the year. He gets open. Like, again, it doesn't matter how old these guys get. If you can know how to make and break out of routes, it's such a key thing. So that number's been fluctuating. I was shocked to see it. I woke up one morning, what was it, yesterday? It might have been down to +1, then shot back up to +2, and now it's back 1.5. So definitely a battle of the pros versus the Joes on that one. And then the next one, again, no surprise. I felt like right when the game came out, I knew that pros were going to love it and that I was going to take a position with them. The Eagles. The Eagles were down to 4.5. You saw a really sharp group come in heavy. They took it at the 4.5. They shot it right up to 6.5 at some books. Don't feel as confident at that number. I like it. Still right. Would still take it there. But I mean, the 4.5 to 5.5, we talk about all the time. That's under the 6, the key number. That's just a great number. And there was no surprise. They waited until it was official. Cooper was going to be the quarterback, and they pounced. So, again, those are games we'll touch on. I'm kind of out probably on having the Chiefs in our contest. We'll see how Chad feels. Just because, again, I know these smart groups. Again, nothing crazy money-wise, but enough, like 6 figures bet enough on the Bills that gives me pause. It's like, okay, clearly this game is more of a coin flip than I thought it was, taking a +3 with the Chiefs at home.